Thank you for investing in all of our futures. The students, the scholars, the communities, the ancestors that we're investing in, they have a way of being and knowing that will continue to not only sustain us as humans, but to sustain our earth and our environments for generations to come.
But it's making promises on healthcare that our tribes have not fully seen from our nation. And if we can have a part in doing that, expanding the workforce, providing curriculum for Native and non-Native healthcare practitioners, that in turn provides positive health outcomes in our tribal communities, we're doing our job. So seeing these programs really uplift students in ways that I haven't seen in programs I've built for 15 years was pretty fantastic.
I learned a lot more about financial aid, and I do struggle like understanding that kind of stuff, but having that opportunity and just like her breaking it down step by step was really helpful for me. And yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I'm thankful for that opportunity.
So last year I attended several different summer programs, and out of all of them, the Hashni was my favorite. And the reason why was because it was just so informative, and it was just a really great experience overall. That's the reason why I wanted to participate again this year. I was just really amazed at how everything was transformed from the in-person format to a more virtual format. And it was just, just overall, I thought this was a really great experience.
I had this dream of mine to pursue medicine, but not seeing anybody like me do it was kind of defeating. But then the RISE program was like, no, there is here. They're all right here. Boom. All these different physicians, they're all come from the same place, come from the res. And they're practicing in tribal communities, and seeing that is just like, wow, just that camaraderie that we built and that community feeling, just being a part and knowing that they're on the same journey and we all come from same backgrounds, similar backgrounds, this program is doing what it needs to do, for all of us that are trying to pursue medicine. So
the influence, the impact that RISE has had on their lives. I mean, we're literally shifting their outcomes. We're retelling their stories. We're reimagining what their future and what their lives are going to look like in the next 5 to 10 years. And that is literally all because of the ability to host, to produce, to equip students through a program like RISE. I think one of the most fascinating and most important reflections that we got from students was that they had never seen or known another Native doctor their entire life. And so this program allowed for them to not only get to know doctors, but hear their stories, find out how they got to the places that they're at, and then how to also pursue their own dreams and their own aspirations in the middle of that.
I think that getting more med students exposed to this population in America is so important, because it's the difference between your patients trusting you and having good outcomes with that trust, or your patients distrusting you and getting mixed messages and getting confused and scared and lost in our healthcare system. And if you can make that change from like first year medical students, that's pretty cool, and we're only first years, but this is something that's definitely going to be with me throughout the rest of my medical career. So
investment in this program is a good thing, because the learning that you get to do is more than you get in the normal curriculum. You get to learn how to work with a community that's been historically underserved, and you get to learn more about yourself and the people that you're working with. It is like a study abroad program from the comfort of your own home, and it is absolutely worth every moment of it.
So I can't even begin to tell you how important it is to these young Native students that the Indian Health Service and Empire Health Foundation have provided funding for this opportunity. Often in tribal communities, we aren't exposed to all of the possibilities. I'm gonna get emotional. We don't have aunts and uncles or parents that have gone to medical school. We just need to see it in ourselves. And so when you provide this money and the opportunity for young people, they can get a greater exposure to biomedical research. They can get exposure to the chemistry skills that they need. They can get that prep test by Kaplan for the MCAT. These are opportunities that young Natives don't get. It means the whole world. It says we believe in you. Sorry.
The Creator makes that medicine work. Creator makes the doctors, and makes those people that want to be doctors and nurses. They have a reason for being here. Just as I do, I guess, as a tribal leader. So, trying to help them find their way to their reason for being on this earth. Being a part of their community and doing their part to help save the lives of our people.
And then try to figure out where they are with their cultural teachings, because many natives have been cut off from a cultural experience, and they're thirsty for it. And when you provide them when they feel like they belong, and when you provide them with something they've never had, and actually the other groups, because there'll be some of the students who have a culturally rich experience, and they can share of that, and the whole group comes forward together, you see. But acknowledging that history and lights a fire